Hey everyone, we're back for another workout of the day. Today is as many rounds as possible in 20 minutes. It is called Flexmas. Okay, so it is 10 RDLs, 20 sit-ups, 10 push-up box jumps, 20 hollow hold presses, and every time you complete that 3 times, you're going to do 10 kettlebell high pulls. So we're going to go through all of those movements and the modifications, and then you can get started. To be our RDL, so that's Romanian deadlifts. So the key thing to a Romanian deadlift is making sure that you are pushing your hips back. So, and we want to make sure that our core is tight and our back is straight. So we are going to keep our weight, no matter what we're using for our weight, close to our body. It's not hanging out. We're going to bring those hips back, and my chest is still up, and I'm going to come down as far as my hamstrings allow. So I'm going to show you facing forward first with the barbell. We're going to grab about thumb width away from the smooth part. We're going to come up, and again, I'm keeping the barbell tight and close. I'm sliding it down. I'm keeping my chest up. I'm looking forward, and then I'm coming up. So it's kind of a slow down and a little bit faster upward. So let me show you sideways. Again, I'm bringing my hips back as I slide the barbell down. My back is straight. I'm coming up. My feet are flat on the ground. I'm getting those knees out of the way. You should be pulling those knees back. So as your hips come back, your knees are your shins should be in a straight line here. So they shouldn't be forward. They should be in a straight line. So those hips are coming back. So that's with the barbell. You can do it with dumbbells, 1 or 2. So again, we want this nice and tight. We're gonna come down, hinging at the hips, slight bend at the knee, no more than slight bend at the knee. And keeping that back straight, making sure my shoulders are pulled back and tight. You can also use 1 dumbbell. Again, you're gonna come down, come up. You can use a kettlebell, keeping that tight, pulling the shoulders back and upward. You can also do good mornings with a band. So we're going to put these bands on our shoulders here. And I'm going to hinge at the hips, knees slightly back, coming down, and then coming up. And again, it's more of me moving my hips back, keeping that back straight, than bending at the knees. It's just a slight bend at the knee. The next movement is going to be our sit-up. So we're going to come down, touch those toes, squeezing those abs, allowing our abs to pull us up and back. Modifications to the knees or crunches to the shins. Things to avoid is pulling your neck forward. The next movement is our push-up box jump. So we're going to use our box to do the push-up on. So we're going to come back, push up on the box, jump forward. We're going to be facing the box now, and we're going to jump up on the box, landing in a quarter squat, feet completely on the box, no hanging off, no landing in a full squat. We're just going to stand up at the top and either jump down or step down and go into that push-up. So modifications, You can walk out, come down as far as you can, step up, and you can either and then you can step up on the box. So my foot is completely on the box, using this leg to stand all the way up first before placing that other foot on the box. Step out, come down, and so forth. You can also skip the push-up if you can't do the push-up and just do the box jumps. So the other thing is, if you can work your way to a height that you feel comfortable jumping on. If you're stacking plates and your push-ups are just not there yet, doing it on the box will be much easier than doing it on the ground. But you can always set up a bench next to whatever height, if it's lower and you can't do it on, to do the push-up on, and then jump up on the plates or whatever you're using. The other thing that you can do is you can do a push-up and then a squat, or a push-up and a jumping squat. So those are the modifications there. Hollow hold press. I'm going to get back to the abs. Okay, so the important thing to know here is that, see this gap here? We don't want that. So we're going to have to press our back down into the ground. Our feet, this is a hollow hold. So our shoulders are off the ground, our back is completely flat. I can't stick anything in there, and I'm bracing with my abs. So the hollow hold press would be with a weight. You can use a dumbbell, plate, whatever you have. And we're just going to hold that hollow hold position and press straight up with the weight. So if you aren't, you can use whatever weight, light or not. You can also just move those arms back and forth if you're not ready for a weight. You can also stick a band underneath you and push up as well. So that's for the rounds. That's all the movements for the rounds. The next, and you can also, if you're having a hard time holding that hollow hold, you can just bring those shoulders up and do that, or you can bring those feet up and press up as well. Okay, so after you do all those movements 3 times, 3 rounds of that, then you're going to do 10 kettlebell high pulls. So you're going to take your kettlebell, you're going to be slightly wider than hip width apart. You're going to squat down to your kettlebell, grabbing it with 2 hands, and you're going to pull up. And when you pull up, you want your elbows to come up and out nice and high. So using that leg drive and then finishing with a pull to bring that kettlebell up. You notice that my back is straight. I'm coming down and close. It's not out here. And I'm pulling up and close to my body. Now you can also use a band. So what I would do for this is I would step on the band, pull the band through, and come up and out. Or you can take a dumbbell and you can come up and out. Okay, so that is the workout of the day. Remember, it's as many rounds as possible for 20 minutes. Every 3 rounds, 10 kettlebell high pulls. Good luck.